Good morning. Do you see God in the details? I'll talk about that in just a second. Yesterday, right after I filmed my video at Crossing Guard while I was waiting for kids to cross, I got a phone call immediately afterwards. It was my wife. She was in a hysterical state. She had just been in a really bad accident in our truck, and she wanted me to come home quickly. The ambulance was there. They were getting ready to take her and other folks that were involved in the wreck. Well, needless to say, I just took off and left my post and called the school on the way and let them know they needed to take care of my students for the day. It was pretty scary. I was driving probably a little too fast with my emergency flashers on my way home. When I arrived home, I made my way down to the hospital and found her in the emergency room. She had a hurt leg and a hurt shoulder and was generally banged up and pretty frightened, but she's okay. The other folks, I think the lady might have sustained a broken leg is what I heard, and they were okay other than that. The cars were both destroyed. My wife's truck is destroyed, and their vehicle looked pretty messed up too when I saw them later, but we're not worried about that. We don't care about that. That's just a thing. We're really, really glad that everyone is okay. My wife was pretty upset because there was a baby in the car. She wanted to make sure that the little one was okay, above all else, of course. Well, she was really afraid, really shook up, and I was too. But you know what? The good Lord took care of things, and she's okay. She's going to be off work for a little bit, but she's doing all right. The other folks, when they had come down to a stop sign, they didn't stop, and they kind of pulled on out into the road, and my wife tried her best to miss them, but she could not do so, and she ended up going off into clipping the front of their vehicle, spinning them around, and then going off into a ditch. Now, God in the details. I had been complaining about so much rain. It's raining right now. Sometimes in Illinois, we get more rain than we could possibly deal with in the spring, and then sometimes it doesn't rain that much in the summer, depending on the year. And all of us here are kind of tired of overcast skies and wet yards, and we would love to have a little blue sky and sunshine. Makes everybody feel better. I've talked about this before in videos. But you know what? All of that rain made the ground very, very soft and very, very muddy. And when my wife left the road, the tires buried up in this soft, muddy dirt. And it stopped her a lot faster than she would have stopped. She was about 6 inches away from crashing through a metal gate into a forest filled with trees, which would have been a whole lot worse and could have hurt her worse, or even something worse than that. So you know what? I think God is in the details of all things. He takes care of us when sometimes we don't know or understand how He's doing that. Now, I realize that there are times that people still get hurt or bad things still happen. But I can't help but think that God is in the details of all things, and that everything that occurs, He is in command of our lives each and every day, in each and every way. It also served to make me incredibly thankful. I am so thankful, and I thank God and my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for keeping my wife safe and the other folks that were involved in the accident safe yesterday. I fully acknowledge His divine hand in my life and in all of our lives. Even when tragedy strikes us, even when we can't see how God might be intervening, He's still there. If nothing else, He will never leave us. He will never forsake us. Thanks for watching. Be kind to each other. Have a great day.